Congratulations, Logan, on being first. No worries, bud. I understand. Xbox volume down. Xbox volume down. Fabrice, what is up, my friend? Actually need to grab a bottle of water. Thank you for reminding me. We had quite an intense podcast episode today. And so I needed to cool off a little bit before streaming. So we are off to a little bit of a late start here. Only by like 4 hours, not that bad. Tiffany!
Hey, jumper.
Howdy and welcome. I'm your former Game Jumper, now Destiny 2 stan. We're just going to be messing around in the Pale Heart today, probably. I suppose I should pick up some bounties. Destiny 2 Jumper, yeah, that's fairly accurate. But yeah, we just basically live in Destiny 2 now. It is what it is. We'll resume our schedule at some point, maybe. But this game is just so good. And this universe remains incredible. How are you doing, Tiff?
Yep. I'll be pulling for you, if I remember.
One Cup, what is up? How you doing? It was my pleasure. I was so happy to get to hang out. If you don't follow One Cup of Water, please do. It was his streamiversary today. He proved what an awesome cook he is. He made rice. And I mean like buttered chicken, I guess, too. But, you know. Oh my gosh, Destiny 2 is so good. 3 hours for rice, yeah. So they added in a new zone that's like basically kind of like five smaller like areas or whatever that are all connected via passageways. And I get like, oh, so I love every single zone. It's great. Leah, what is up? How you doing? We probably won't do any dungeon runs because I suck at video games. Logan, if you ever want to play, bud, hit me up. Especially like late at night. Late at my time, not yours. Ah, Bella, someday. Someday I'll go back to Animal Crossing, someday. And you'll stab me a million times with your pizza knife. Yeah, they did it. Like, this feels like the Halo Reach of Destiny, if that makes any sense. Like, they really went all out. Oops. Oh, that's not good. I don't have anything for that. Right now, I'm running Prismatic. Oh, man. Do not appreciate a light bearer coming out of nowhere. There we go. Oh my gosh, 1 cup of buttered chicken. That's such a good name. I love that. Could I order that at KFC? Because that would be fantastic. So right now, we're running Blink as our jump because I'm slightly masochistic, apparently. We're running a Stasis Melee and Grapple. And then we have a Solar Aspect, Gunpowder Gamble, and a Void Aspect, our Stylish Executioner. And then a bunch of random fragments. Under their secret menu, yeah. I'm really liking the versatility of Blink in combat. So I'm trying to put up with it for the actual jumping parts as the trade-off. I mainly do PvE. Destiny 2's PvP, it's all meta, right? Now, right now, arguably, the meta's in the best place it's ever been. Where there's actual, like, reason to be support, essentially. Because the support game has been strengthened quite a bit by Prismatic as a new subclass. But I hate metas, so. Well, and the problem with Destiny 2 is that a lot of it has to do with the weapons you're using, especially for the high-end and PvP content. For the rest of it, it doesn't matter nearly as much, which I really appreciate. You could be running a completely jank build and still be okay, as I often prove. I have no idea where that bird flew off to. I'm supposed to be following it, but I don't know where it went. Nope, here it is. Oh, I'm using the wrong guns here. Hang on. We could swing back to this. It's been a while. I don't think I want this pulse rifle here. They're the same ones, though. Let's infuse this one. Infusing is back, baby. It's so cool to be cool. Doggone it. Destiny 2 does the rule of cool very, very, very well. I've come around. I've completely forgiven them for nerfing all my builds. Now, I'm still upset with the way that Bungie handled their layoffs last year. Even if they were necessary, there's gotta be a better way of handling that stuff. Jeez. Oops. But I can't be mad at Destiny for making me feel like freaking awesome. Hey, you're back. Welcome back. I don't care. I've soloed, I think, one dungeon. Maybe two. I think I've soloed two. But I'm not great at video games, okay? And I refuse to go by metas, so my builds usually aren't the strongest. It's also usually builds that I, like, have, like, crafted myself, as opposed to, like, looked up guides or anything for. Whew. So naturally they tend to be a lot weaker than they could be. Especially when you get into, like, mods and all that. The only way I've soloed dungeons has been, like, either by... I think I soloed one on my Hunter by turning invisible pretty much the whole time. And then one on my Titan by being, like... trying for, like, a super resilient build. But those both took also a really long time. And I don't think I could do... I could probably do the third newest dungeon, probably I could solo if I had to. But the last two, there's no way. The nice thing about being aware of my capabilities is that I'm aware of them. And I'm usually aware of what's out of reach. The not so nice thing is that sometimes that doesn't stop me from trying.
A gift born of the light has been forged from the traveler's grace, but its location is hard to discern.
We're about to do a little bit of a more difficult public event here. By following Miss Bird. And I'm gonna die a lot.
I have long known the light can be sculpted into material form. Legends of ancient splicers from Greece speak.
True. It's ad quote one word.
I wouldn't give to have seen Greece in its height.
How you doing, Rift? Born into you. Don't follow Rift, you absolutely should. Well, that's good. Better is better. I've had a really bad week, actually, but it is what it is. Making it through. And I got to, vicariously have buttered chicken today by watching, one cup of butter, 1 cup of water, cook it on stream for 2 hours. So that was great. I think I'm gonna have to use these. Oh well. Oh no, no, we did not make that jump. We did not make that jump. Oh no. You know what they say, you miss every jump you don't take. Thank goodness they put a floor down in some of these areas. And some of the ones you do, true, but the same could be said for shots. Wait, the bird's still up here? Doggone it. That's true, also, yes. Oh my gosh, I made that jump. How did I make that? I'm so cool. Stand still. Thank you. Hold on to that for me. What? How? Well, that wasn't fair. I wonder, actually, I might be more effective with this current setup than I was the last time that I did this mission. Which isn't even a mission. That's the cool part. This is just like a public event thing. Might do missions later. We'll see. I'm thinking about it. Can always get rolling on my warlock. That is very, very close. That's a triangle at the bottom, and that's a U. Well, a V and a U, I guess, probably.
This place is devoured by the witness.
Nope. Man, that is too much firepower for me to resist. Let's see. Do we want to switch things up? Maybe. Maybe we do. Maybe we do. Let's go solar and stasis, maybe. I feel like somebody's watching me. We could try out this grenade launcher that we haven't actually tried yet. I feel like we're gonna really want. I feel like we're really gonna want this glaive at the end. Actually, no, the end requires us to use a certain weapon that we can't pick up, so it's not gonna matter as much. Let's do this. And this, maybe? Yeah, that works. Sure. Then we still have our range. Hold still. Thank you. Whoa, what? What was that? Where did those come from? I do want to figure out what this Too Stylish perk does, because I feel like it's... Your next melee attack while invisible weakens targets. That's good to know. If I could just knock this guy off the edge, perfect. Boom. Jeez. Okay. Three guys left, and they all are shielded. So we need a sword to break that shield. Man, Strand is so cool. I love it. Nice. Great job. We were wrong about the three guys, though. There were four. Actually, no, there were three. Never mind. I take it all back. I was right the first time. Ah! We're fine. No, no, no. That was not good. We're gonna try that again. Man, this blink is killing me. There we go. Woo! Let's go. Let's pretend like we're good at this game. Let's do it. Nice. Uh-oh. That's not good. That's not good. That means you gotta look up to fly up. Oh, jeez. One of their butterflies hit me. Well, moths, I guess, technically. Actually, I could take care of this guy right now. That's a cool little, like, thing. What the heck? I didn't know that's what that did. I'm a fan of that. And it does stickies? Okay. I don't know how this grenade launcher works, but I'm down with it. These blistery guys sure are, resilient. Come on. Come on. There we go. Let's go. Come on. Whew. Sure, I could see that. I could definitely see that. Jeez, hello. Hi, how are you? I'm looking forward to the new Fable game. I'm pretty sold on it so far. They've done, like, 2 trailers, I think, so far. The first was, like, a teaser. And from the trailers, or 3, actually, I'm sorry. I lied. It seems like they get what Fable is, right? They understand the tone. And it looks fantastic graphically. And I think that's really all I need from Fable. I would love if it's co-op, but I mean, if it's not, I understand. But the tone and the appearance, I think, are, like, very critical for that game. I don't think the combat is nearly as much. So yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty optimistic. Gotta be optimistic for some things, right? Uh oh. Oof. I almost jumped off the ledge there. There we go. Right, yeah, 3 did a bunch of things kind of weird. Like, its magic was definitely refined, but... at what cost? There we go. Oof, that was close. I still don't know how this grenade launcher works. Quick draw. Rapid final blows. Oh, so if I kill anything, basically... No, it's a burst fire. It's a burst fire. That's really cool. I like that. I really like that. That's a really cool grenade launcher. Man, I hate these guys. Come on. No! Shoot. Maybe I should go prismatic. This part is always rough, I swear. Gotcha. Smash. Man, that electricity, I just can't hide from it. These two guys combined are like... not a fun time. Maybe chill for a second here. If they would follow us down, I'd be okay with that, but they won't. That is a very, very unfortunate combo right there. Our super's coming back pretty fast though, so let's wait for it. Let's Alexander Burr it. All right, that's 2. 1 more to go. That's okay. You don't need range. You need Jesus.
Victory's always
Let's go.
a shot away. Good work, Guardian. Come on now.
We almost fell. We did fall. That's okay. If you're expecting to fall every time that you do, it's not a surprise. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, sometimes it is. I take it all back. Let's try to keep on going up this way. There we go. Oof. And then we need to make it up there. Yes! Alright. I hate this jump so much. I thought I hated warlocks, and it turns out warlocks are great. I was wrong. Which doesn't happen often, mind you. You know what would make an interesting premise for a story? Is someone who thinks that they're always wrong and how that affects their thinking. Maybe I'll try to work that into something. Because if you think that you're always wrong, then isn't the mere thought of that potentially, like, misleading to you? Like, how do you deal with that? Because at some point you got to start expecting that you're wrong. But then you would be thinking that the opposite of what you think is probably right. But that would start messing with your equilibrium, your mental equilibrium. Right. Well, like, it would have to be a very specific kind of cognitive dissonance, I feel like. I don't know. It could make it for a very interesting premise. Because I feel like that would always be, like, a juxtaposition. Like, that would always be mental trauma, basically. Trying to deal with that. Hi. I guess I should pick up that orb. I should probably add another perk. Oof. That looks like that's gonna hurt, buddy. I don't think we want to go through here. I think that's just leading down to this area. Yeah, we're good. Wow, I just totally missed with that. That was a really bad throw. That's a really cool grenade launcher. I like it. I like it a lot. Let's go ahead and try to find this. We actually do need to go back through here. Whoops. Whoopsie. Or we could teleport. Ooh, I like that. A blind thief. Have you ever read Mistborn, Rift? I feel like you would enjoy that. I just recently reread Mistborn. And oh my gosh, what a series of books, I swear. So good. But the first one in particular has really good like archetypal characters and such. And it's really, honestly, it's a pretty good standalone when it comes down to it. It's one of those standalones which, like, ends the story, but leaves you, like, wanting to know more. Which I feel like is a really hard balance to strike. I actually recently just started reading another Sanderson book, which is like someone jumping between like worlds and stuff, which is really cool. And it mentions like both those worlds, the world of Mistborn and the world of Way of Kings. It's such an ambitious thing to connect to first of all to create all these different worlds. Just world building in general is hard. Then to have a level of magic, so to speak, existent in all of these worlds, right? And then to balance that and make it actually compatible with other systems of magic on other worlds, and then to bind the whole thing up by a meta arc. It's just a really, really ambitious project that he's pulling off somehow. And it's like maybe the most impressive thing I've seen in fantasy. It's something else. It's like endgame magic is what it is. So kudos to him for that. But yeah, you should definitely read Mistborn. It's a pretty quick read, too. All the Mistborn books are pretty small, relatively. I mean, I highly recommend Way of Kings, too, as, like, deep high fantasy. But, well, I guess there's no, like, traditional, like, dwarves and elves and all that jazz. But I am really enjoying Final Shape, Demon Spark. How are you? Just on patrol right now, and just patrolling, I get lost with just how much there is to do. And yet, through the Pathfinder, through all the other, like, different, like, the blessings, through, like, all the public events that are kind of like mini missions when it comes down to it. Like, man, there's just so much to do and it all feels good. Planting flowers is a big part of what I do now. I didn't think that I'd be the Traveler's Gardener, but here we are. Especially considering that,
To bestow a gift upon you, Guardian. All you must do is find it.
Traveler is called the Gardener by the Fallen. Or wait, no, Great Machine by the Fallen. Who calls it the Gardener? But yeah, it's great. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's good. That's a challenge I hear right now.
To form objects of mass and matter.
I've messed around a little bit, and like,
It's determined.
Perhaps the Pale Heart is the answer. It is.
I look forward to playing my Titan more. I'm also glad. Uh-oh. Oh, was it the Witness species? Okay, that makes sense. Not sure what happened there. Oh, we're fine. Okay. Whew. Saw my Xbox overheated there. Ooh, that was scary. But nah, it was just my switcher changing channels. Yeah, you're right, I think. It is the Witness of Species. I need to watch that 10-hour Biff video at some point. Just to refresh myself on some of the lore. I completely fell off last season. Just did not play at all. And I kind of regret that now, but I was pretty unhappy with, like, the giant nerf. And then, like, the way that Bungie handled those layoffs and stuff. I was just like, nah, this is too much. But this brought me back in a huge way. I was like, I need to finish the story, was basically how I justified it. And them giving you, like, the season as part of, like, what you get as purchasing Final Shape. That was really cool. I haven't done any seasonal stuff yet, but I'm looking forward to it eventually. I have 108 days, okay? We're good. We have plenty of time. Man, I love lasting impressions so much. Where are you going? Oof. That's okay. You aren't going far. Don't worry about it. Right. Well, and part of my concern too is that as much as I think Bungie wasn't as much as it's my same problem with like the Netflix password sharing thing, right? Like I take these ideological stances on things that I believe to be bad practices that ultimately are harmful to the mediums in which they exist. But the problem is that the people that I end up protesting against aren't really, they're symptoms of a greater problem. And ultimately, they're not the only ones, and so it's a little bit hypocritical to be protesting those specific instances and not all of them. Like, unfortunately, in the United States, layoffs just work the way that they work. Where, hey, you're told the day of, clean out your desk. Sure, we might pay you severance if we've got the funds to or whatever, but, like... I'm, like, too self-analytical, like, to a fault. I think too much. But also, like, to be upset at Bungie for handling the layoffs is one thing. That doesn't mean I want Sony to take direct charge, right? Because I do think that they would ultimately... I mean, maybe not with, I always forget the guy's name, but the guy who was in charge of Guerrilla Games. Doggone it. Holst, I think. Holst, yeah. Herman Holst. To be in charge of the game side of PlayStation, maybe it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to have PlayStation in charge of Bungie directly, but it would be worse than having Bungie in charge of Bungie. So while I think the layoffs could have been handled better, I still think that Bungie deserves to be supported more so than not. And not just because Destiny is one of my favorite games. Right, exactly. Yeah, I hope that there's, like, clear communication there. I hope that there's clear accountability that develops because of it. Thank you for the resub, Johnny Bailey. How you doing? This is a particularly, I feel like, stressful time for Bungie because they were under a very specific mandate. And I think they made a lot of not great decisions in the midst of that. The main reason, Rift, is probably stocks. Probably shareholders. Probably, like, the way that a lot of these companies get run on the market. They fluctuate quite a bit. And the company that I work for is not doing well stock-wise. Oof. It's not great.
Interesting. The light has made itself manifest.
Last year they did. That was one of the reasons why I stopped playing. We talked about it.
But I cannot tell where.
It was right after the great nerf. They laid off your build. True, they also did that.
The light has the power to take material shape, to form objects of mass and matter. But how are the designs determined?
Perhaps the Pale Heart is the answer. It is memories. While it is the dark that remembers, the Traveler too has a mind all its own.
They did bring back some guns. Yes, that's true. I just missed with all of those shots. Wow. Oof. Oof. What just hit me? A loosened moth? Oof. Observe, adapt, overcome. It just... I was kind of a little bit, really... more than a little bit. I was a little bit frustrated that, like, more than a little bit. I was pretty frustrated with the way that they, like, decided to nerf, like, every single, like, thing that they felt like people were using too much, because the top, like, 1 to 5% of players were excelling at content. That was an annoying fix to a very niche problem. That was taking a sledgehammer. So what could have been, like, more carefully approached, and just doing it all at once too, which was not my favorite thing in the world. But, like, with what they've done with Prismatic and everything, I'm, like, way happier. Like, that's water under the bridge. Titan could use some buffing. I feel like it's a little interesting, some of the aspects that they brought over to Titan instead of others. But Prismatic is just so cool. Like, just Destiny in general. Just excels at that rule of cool. Man. Uh-oh. I'm frozen. That's not great. Well, and the problem is, too, that Destiny is very much a drug of kinds, where you never go into it with the, like, idea, like, hey, like, I always go into Destiny, at least, personally. Wait, did that not work? Hang on. Oh, I didn't collect enough. Whoops. There we go. it scales up really well, I guess is what I'm trying to say. You can start Destiny not worrying about build crafting at all. But if you play it long enough, you're going to build craft. And you're going to, like, learn how to do it. And it's gonna be overwhelming at first. But you're gonna get into it. And then you're gonna actually kind of start to care a bit. So for them to, like, nerf a lot of that or take some of it away was like, oof. Like, I spent hours, like, learning how to do this. And now it doesn't matter. But then they give you new builds. And the new builds are pretty sweet. And they simplified builds a little bit too, which I do appreciate as well. I think builds were getting a little bit too busy there. This one is simpler, don't you like it? Hey. Sometimes I do, okay? Sometimes I do. Whew. No, man. I almost made it out of there. I really like it in combat. It's really, really rough in terms of getting places for traversal, but I'm really loving it in combat. And it also just looks cool. Well, when I don't miss. Slowly. It's taken a lot of practice. And it's still rough if I don't have something to jump into to stop me. And that one's not my favorite. I can probably do it. This is the Pale Heart. This is inside the Traveler. This is one of the new parts of the patrol zone. But I got this one already. Maybe I didn't. No, I definitely did. Well, we'll get it again. That's fine.
But its location is hard to discern. Get hunting, Guardian.
The light can take the shape of weapons, of armor, of whatever the traveler desires. Yet it prefers insects, plants, birds. Curious.
Maybe the Traveler has a hope for us all. That there's a time where weapons will no longer be needed. But that day isn't today.
What on earth was shooting at that guy? Oh, hi. What's up? Oh, there's like 3 of you. Okay. Interesting. Nope, did not make that. Thought that I had him, but I did not. Ooh, there's a prismatic chest here, too. That's good to know. Excuse you. That was rude. I should not have done that, but oh well. We're committed now. A little bit. I know that Micah 10 is a hunter who has visions. That's like essentially pretty much it. Or is Micah 10 a hunter? I know it's a guardian that has visions. I've read a little bit about it. I know there's people investigating to consolidate all that lore, but I have not read any of the grimoires so far. I've been too busy reading other books. I think I know what this chest is gonna do.
Move swiftly and follow the path of
Oh,
travel
that's
guided
gonna be
from
rough.
Silver
I don't know that I can
guide
do
you to
this.
freedom.
We'll see. Hey, it could happen. Disney has enough money now. Brought a sword to a street fight. True. Oh no. Oh no. That's fine. Nope. Ah, I failed. I failed to save myself. Oh man, we missed one. That's so unfortunate. It's right there by the chest too, and we're not gonna get there. Because we're too slow. Or are we? Boom, let's go, come on.
There, the light flows again, pushing back the blight.
These
Oh, I didn't know she was brought up in Eventide. I knew she was a ghost shepherd, essentially.
Perhaps there is intentional symmetry in their design.
I didn't know that this guy was still here. Hello. Brave of you. I guess not that brave, considering that you killed me, but... Whew. These snipers are something else, let me tell you. But yeah, I like her character. I'm super like. I think it's really difficult to introduce a new character this deep in who matters, you know? But I think they're doing a pretty good job with her. Oh man, I'm out of sword ammo. That was an unfortunate time to run out. Oof. And having a guardian look after unpartnered ghosts is pretty cool too. Just as a concept. Gosh, we're actually almost done with 3, so we should finish this area. This is what happens. This is how I get lost in this. I'm just chilling, minding my own business, and the next thing you know, I'm almost done over through 3. We are set as long as we get, like, anything in this row, basically. We could easily do this. Or this. Or this. Yeah, I mean, like, it's all pretty easy, but... Well, yeah, but being in lore and being a character are two different things, right? There's a ton of, like, different stuff that's, like, mentioned, right? Destiny does a fantastic job at world building. I was talking with somebody else about that the other day, where they were like, well, is it good lore, though? And it's like, I understand what you mean, but, like, really, no, it is good lore. It really is really good world building. There's times when, like, I might argue that, like, certain things don't seem necessarily consistent with what we know of how things work. But a lot of that usually is explained in such a way that you could, like, plausibly go, oh, okay, alright. And the stories are so good. Actually, still have not collected all the pigments on Europa either. I need to do that. Well, I would argue that bad writing can potentially be bad lore. If it, like, contradicts itself or whatever. Like, egregiously so. Like, I would say, I would say the Fox X-Men movies have really bad lore. But yeah, no, I feel like games specifically, and, like, especially if it's in a single, like, thing, I feel like usually what you see with lore is, like, bad delivery, right? Like, Destiny 1 suffered from this problem, where Destiny 1 forced you to go outside the game to access that lore. Even though I thought that the way that they were trying to build the world was, like, really compelling as like a delivery method. I think that if you didn't have to go outside the game, that it would have been absolutely pretty novel and pretty fine. Revolutionary, potentially. And, like, they weren't the first ones to do it. Like, Left 4 Dead did something kind of similar. The Dark Souls game do it as well. But the ambition of Destiny's initial attempt to deliver its lore by you just existing in a world and finding out the story as you go was a really, really impressive thing. Well, and I don't mean to, like, at all, like, mitigate how cool it is that they're using lore to, like, bring a character from that lore to life. Like, that's really cool. And it makes it feel more authentic, for sure. So I'm not trying to besmirch that. Man, it just feels so cool in this game sometimes. Except when you, like, completely miss like that. But, you know, it was a warning shot. Back when Johnny Bailey used to play Destiny, he and I were going to do a Destiny lore podcast. It was actually going to be more a, like, video game, like, well, not just video games, I guess. Like, more a sci-fi lore podcast, I guess, when it comes down to it. And if you were still going to do that, I'd say, hey, hit us up, because it'd be great to include you in that for, like, some episodes or something. Get your perspective on things. You could correct me when I'm wrong. But, Johnny's off Destiny right now, so we'll see. We'll see if that ever changes. If they would just put the game on Steam Deck, I think I'd have a good shot at getting him back in. I really like that grenade launcher. That's a really cool one. But yeah, I think a methodology for delivering lore is usually at least as important as the lore itself, if not more so sometimes. And I don't think that Destiny does it in the best way, but I think that it's acceptable. I think it's tolerable. And I think the lore is good enough that, like, I'm just happy it's here. And that it is accessible. It's crazy to think that they had 10 years to build this world and that they did such a fantastic job with 2 games. That's pretty cool. Oops, missed. That's okay. Boom, let's go. Yeah, no, the Fox X-Men movies are just all over the place. They contradict each other constantly. There's all kinds of stuff that I dislike about those movies. Oof. I just need 5 more kills. We can do this. I don't think I've done this one before, actually. The breadth and diversity of activities are, I think it can be both. I think that when you're establishing a universe and setting the rules of that universe, that, like, those rules kind of go more into a lore category. Or, like, the various, like, characteristics of people within that and all that jazz. I think could potentially go into a lore category as well as a bad writing category. I think the framework could really go into a lore category. And those movies did a terrible job at establishing a weak framework that constantly breaks. We'll see if the MCU can do any better. I have very high confidence that they will. Man, I really wish that I had my Risk Runner out, because these guys are a pain without something to break their arc shields. There we go. That worked. I'm okay with that. When is that showcase again? August? Or September? I feel like it was September, maybe. Possibly. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, August. Okay. Man, we're just, like, living in a great time for video games. We really are. Nope. Get away. Get away. Run. Run. Like the bullseye. No, actually, like the wind bullseye. That's how that goes. To be getting, like, as many quality games as we are at such a rapid pace as we are, we're really kind of spoiled. To the point, and also for this industry to be still profitable to the point that justifies the continuation of that rapid pace, and there being such a wide audience, where it is sustainable. Because, like, I mean, we're not at, like, you know, the great, like, collapse of gaming, where there was too many games and too few people buying. Like, I mean, we're just really, yeah, spoiled. I would even go back and say, like, even earlier than that, really. Like, 360 was really good, for sure. But this reminds me of, like, right before the crash, except that the audience wasn't enough to sustain it, right? And I think we're at a place now where that's not true. Where the audience is big enough to sustain it. At least for now. And, like, that's really cool. Sure. Yeah, no, I would agree. Yeah, the 360 was probably, like, the last, like, really good era. Like, no offense to the years since. Like, I mean, like, there have been years, for sure, that have been, like, above and beyond. But, like, a consistent period of multiple years, I feel like. And it looks like 24, 25, 26, 27 are going to be those years. We'll see if it lasts that long. But it looks like we're going to consistently see this current pace, like, continue, which is really cool. And hopefully not too much. I don't think so, but time will tell. Man. That was rough. Thanks, Sparks. Thanks for dropping by, too. It was cool chatting. I do appreciate that. Right. Yeah. No, that's very, very true. There are so many good games out right now, and yeah, I'm in Destiny 2 again. And granted, Destiny 2 was, you know, recently updated or whatever, and probably continue. Like, live service games are maybe the one thing that I worry about in terms of, like, this era of gaming, because they do constantly get updated. But so far, that doesn't seem to necessarily show, like, too much of a negative effect on game sales of new games. It's maybe that those games don't get played as much as they would otherwise. But, I don't know. The audience might be broad enough to still sustain it for, like... I don't know. We'll see. I'm so curious. We need to switch back to a rocket launcher here. Yeah, we're gonna get rid of this one too. Yeah, that's much better. Take that, big guy. But you small guys also take this. There we go. Whew. We should probably drop one more of these. There we go. And then let's do this. Let's go on.
The Traveler's wounds heal as the Witness's blight is pushed back. Such a feat gives me hope for the reclamation of Torobatl.
Is that your end goal, Empress? Sol has many worlds. And I would be glad to have you stay rather than wage war over old losses.
It is a matter of pride.
I'm sure other emperors of the past would have said the same, but I also don't see them here. I see someone who was more than her pride. Regardless, I'll be by your side, wherever the fight takes you.
There's actually something that we need to do in this seclusion. Which is this area here. We might mess with our guns a little bit. That's me and snacks in general. If it's a snack that I actually enjoy, like significantly, like it's gone way too fast. I had a bag of iced oatmeal cookies by me today, and it just disappeared. I don't know what happened to it. Just gone. I have some Fritos beside me though, and they're much slower at disappearing. Hi. On one hand, what I need is through here. On the other, I need to come back to get there, so it's fine. I think I do anyway. We'll see. Equal 3 dots X. That's pretty effective. Oh, this. Okay. Man, I need stronger weapons. Let's go this. And this. Yeah. I will say, oof, that was a swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. Batter, 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 batter. Nice. Not bad. I will say that my little pistol probably would have taken out these wizards a lot easier than my current loadout, but those ogres I need to take care of quick too. And this is doing okay against them. It's not doing bad. Oof, the fire, the sunlight, it hurts. Oh, hi. Rude of you. That wasn't too bad either. Whoa. Hello. Man, that lasting impression is where it's at.
Job well done to me, Guardian. Come on back.
Back we shall go. Place we called home. The only thing I don't like about this jump is that it ruins my invisibility. But just give and take for everything, I guess.
On the eve before battle, we once carved messages on the inside of the ornamentation we wore upon our tusks.
Oh, actually, we don't want to go this way. Whoops.
Last words, you might say. Bodies were
Hang on.
left to rot
We might want to.
but these bands will return to the families of the dead and pass down across generations. I will wear my ancestors for this.
Yeah, I feel like we're going the wrong way, but we'll see.
We're done.
We're done here when I say we're done here. How dare you dismiss my command like that?
That was not a command. It was vengeance, pure and simple, and you know it. You're better than that.
Half-remembered memory.
Bring him back.
Oh, come on. We almost got there.
Bring him back. I can't.
Nice.
Take my life. You know I can't.
Oh, it is here. Okay. Well, that's silly then.
Would you?
We just, like,
Would you bring him back?
went in a big circle.
Find a way, Clive. Please. Bring back my son.
Don't know why we subjected ourselves to that, but that's what we do here. Oh, we just have to collect resource nodes here. Right. That's not bad. Wow. Okay. Do not like that guy. Not my best friend. That guy is no Johnny Bailey, let me tell you. Man. There we go. Nice. Gotcha. I don't think I have any trackers on this guy, now that I think about it. Nope. Not a one. I feel like almost like I'm wrong, and maybe there's not stuff to collect here, but I'm pretty sure there has to be.
The Blight is tenacious, but through the cleansing light of the Traveler, we will see it purged.
I'm missing some somewhere. Oh, by the well. Wow, talk about waiting till the last second. Jeez.
But one day, with your help, there will be nothing left of it.
It is said that to be forgotten is the truest form of death. May the witness suffer this ignoble fate, and its name fade from history.
He's asleep. Just got him down.
After all that running around you two did today, I am surprised it took this long.
I'll admit, I did stay watching a few minutes longer. Just to be sure.
That smile he has right as he makes his eyes too heavy to keep open. I could watch him for hours.
Hours and hours.
What?
Your eyes. He has them. Perhaps not by birth, but in spirit. They shine so brightly. You shine so brightly.
And I pray he does not inherit his father's honey words, or you and I will be in very deep trouble.
Cute. Oh, there's a resource node. Said we needed to find 3 though, and I don't know that the 3 exist. If I get within 50 meters, I should see them. But I am not seeing. That's pretty funny. That's great. Did it say 3 or am I misremembering? It says collect. We need one more. Technically, we don't. But I really want to find out where this other one is. Because apparently there's 2 here. Oh, there's one. In the center of the map. Who would have thought? Nice. Let's make sure that we have room for this. Yes, we do. Oh, we actually almost have our sword thing, too. Perfect. We can finish it off by using this one. Nah, I don't care about that sniper. It's fine. Looks like just a sniper. Let's switch to this shotgun first, Bell. Oh, here's another one. Jeez, it's like that thing where, like, once you see it once, you see it everywhere. Man, I love this sword. I should probably put this one away. As cool as it looks. So that increased charge rate and defense sounds cool.
I'm picking up a spike in enemy activity. They're rerouting to your location.
Let them go. Oh. I like the way that this gun looks. Bulky. Yeah, no, that was that. Cool. Okay, I think we call it here. Thank you, as always, for joining me for this game jump. We might start our schedule back up this upcoming week. We'll see. Depends on how the week goes, I think. I hate to say that, but what's up, K-Dog? How you doing? Cheerio. Safe travels, bud. As always, to all y'all, safe travel.